Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are fine. Today we are going to continue Chapter 2, Principle of a Balanced Diet. Document 7, Constructing of a Balanced Food Ration. Document 8, The Fate of Nutrients. Motivation. Teacher asked three students, Ali, Muhammad and Bilal, about their meals yesterday. Ali's meal contained green salad, slice of liver, spinach, cheese, apple, and water, while Muhammad's meal contained tomato salad, grilled fish, green beans, cheese, fruit juice, and water, while Bilal's meals contains coleslaw salad, beef burger, fried potato, cheddar cheese, ice cream, and Pepsi. Now, which of these meals is a balanced meal and which one is unbalanced meal? To answer the question, let's first start with food ration. What do you mean by food ration? A food that must be daily given to a person to satisfy the needs in matter and energy. And a food ration is said to be balanced if it responds to all needs of the body. Then we can now talk about balanced food ration. A balanced food ration or balanced diet must cover the energy needs, provide a balance between the different nutritive elements, and contain all the indispensable elements. So, a balanced food ration ensures the body's proper function, the body's proper structure, and maintain good health. So, to conclude, balanced food ration must be constructed in order to ensure the energetic needs for the body and the qualitative needs for the body. Let's now start with the energetic needs. If you remember in document 2, we noticed that the energy expenditure vary with age, gender, and the physiological state. If you look now at this table, you can find the energy spent according to different type of activities. For example, if we have an office hour, so we spend 340 to 420 kilojoule. While if we have, for example, race or football, we spend 1050 to 1450 kilojoule. So, what can we notice from this table? Great! The type of activity affect the energetic needs. What do we call it? This is what I mean by physical activities. Let's now start with another factor that affect the energetic needs. We mentioned previously that age affect the energetic needs. But if you look at this table, we have the age or the years from 30 to 70 or above 70. What happened to the energetic needs in this table? We have percent of decrease relative to the standard. For example, if you look at age 30 to 40, the percentage of decrease relative to the standard is 3, while above 70, the percentage of decrease relative to the standard is 31. So what happens in this case for the energetic needs? We have decrease in the energetic needs as the age increase. So as we mentioned before, the factor that affect the energetic needs is also age. But what can we conclude about this factor? It means that the energy needs decreases slightly with age after adolescence. Now, What are the factors now for the energetic needs? Great. They are age, gender, physiological state, and physical activities. Then, the principle of balanced diet consists of balancing the supply with the expenditure of energy. In the energetic needs, we have some rules to follow. One of these rules, to have same body mass, we must evaluate the needs and then bring a sufficient quantity of organic nutrients to cover them. For example, if we have a supplementary physical activities, we require an additional energy intake. Another formulas can be used for the energetic needs. For example, all dietitians agree on the benefits of various nutrients but use different formulas to ensure the balance. One of these formulas you must obey to ensure the energetic needs is CPL equal 4 to 1. C stands for carbohydrates. It means that we need 4 portions of carbohydrates. P stands for protein. It means that we have to take 2 portions of protein. And L stands for lipids. It means that we have to take 1 portion of lipids. What do we mean by portions? These are examples of portions. For example, in bread and cereals, quarter of a loaf of a bread is a portion. In legumes, 1 tomato is a portion. In fruits, 1 apple is a portion, or a banana is a portion. In meats, fish, egg, 90 grams of meat or fish is a portion. 1 egg is a portion. Milk and dairy products, 1 glass of milk is a portion. And also 60 grams of cheese is a portion. In addition to what we mentioned before, you have to distribute the energetic intake throughout the day. It means carbohydrate, lipids, and protein must be distributed throughout the day. For example, the breakfast must be 25% of the total energetic needs, and the dinner, for example, 40%, and the lunch 20%, and we have to take a snack afternoon 10% of our daily needs. Then, one of the misbehaviors is to skip one of the meals. Breakfast, dinner, lunch, and so on. After the energetic needs, let's now move to the qualitative needs. The diet must be varied. A nutrient cannot be replaced by another. Each has its own nutritional value. The diet should respect the balance the animal protein and plant protein. What do you mean by this? It means that as much we took animal protein, we have to take a vegetable protein. Animal protein, it means that it is a protein from animal source, while vegetable protein, it is a protein from vegetable source. Also, we should balance the lipid intake. The lipid from animal source should be half the lipids from vegetable source. Moreover, the diet should respect the balance in the carbohydrate intake. For example, the sugar with rapid assimilation should be 1/3 from the sugar with the slow assimilation. It means that if the recommended quantity for the sugar with rapid assimilation is represented by Q, then the quantity recommended for the sugar with the slow assimilation is represented by 3Q. In qualitative needs, we should not forget fiber-rich food. What do you mean by fibers? Fibers are parts of plants that cannot be digested in our body. They do not have energetic value. They improve intestinal transit. They give sensation of satiety. What do you mean by satiety? It means fullness, opposite of hunger. They are favorable for slimming diet. Now a question that may arise. How can we follow a balanced food diet to stay in a good health? Let's review food categories. Energy food, rich in lipids and carbohydrates. building food rich in proteins, functional food rich in water, vitamins, and mineral salts. But should we eat equal quantities of food from all groups? Which group of food should we eat more? Which group of food should we eat less? Now let's talk about the food pyramid. If you look at this figure, we have distribution of the groups of the food. For example, in number 1 we have energetic food, which are starchy food. In number 2 and 3 we have functional food. In number 4 and 5 we have building food. And in number 6 we have energy food but fats. So the groups of food are arranged according to the function and the quantity that must be eaten from each group. Let's now return to the questions. Should we eat equal quantities of food from all groups? Of course not. Which group of food should we eat more? Great, from the starchy carbohydrate. Which group of food should we eat less? Excellent, from the fats. Now, what is the aim of food pyramid? It is a way to classify food and to facilitate the choice of food in order to have a balanced diet. Excellent. Now let's move to application. The adjacent diagram shows a balanced food ration for an adult. Match each letter to the appropriate group of food from the food pyramid. Food rich in starch, food rich in fat, fruits, vegetables, dairy products, fish, meat, chicken. Now please pause the video, solve the application, then correct your answer referring to the video. Now let's move to the answer. Food rich in starch is A, because it is the largest group in the food pyramid. Food rich in fat is F, because it is the smallest group in food pyramid. Fruits and vegetables, they are B or C. Why? Because they are smaller than carbohydrates, which is A, but greater than dairy products and meat. Finally, dairy products or fish, meat, and chicken, they are D or E because they are less than fruits and vegetables and greater than fats. Now, let's watch this video showing the good nutrition versus bad nutrition. We talked about the food in our body, but what is the fate of this food? This is what we are going to talk about it now, the fate of nutrients. Let's describe the fate of nutrients throughout the body. If you look at this figure, what do we have? We have complex food such as carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. These complex foods are consumed, digested, and transformed into simple nutrients in the digestive tract. What happens to these nutrients in our body? The nutrients such as amino acids, sugar, fatty acids, and glycerol are transported by blood to the cells. What happens in the cells? In the cells, nutrients are oxidized to produce energy. Okay, but what happens to the excess amount of carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins? The excess of carbohydrates and lipids is stored as reserves, glycogen and lipids. The excess of proteins is degraded by liver and eliminated by kidneys as nitrogenous wastes. Now, let's return to the question. Which of these meals is a balanced meal and which one is unbalanced meal? If you look at these meals, Ali's meal is balanced and Muhammad's meal is also balanced, while Bilal's meal is unbalanced because it contains fried potatoes, cheddar cheese, ice cream, Pepsi, and also coleslaw salad. So all of these are rich in fats and fast sugar. Now, watch the video more than once, study the notes in the summary sheet. Goodbye, my dear students.